Well, Noriko, our main character, just had a mental breakdown by putting herself in a body bag and lying naked in the back of her car to surprise her friends. So, I think that we are waking up as Kojiro. I try to reflect on life every morning. Keeps me grounded. Keeps my mind busy. A busy mind is a happy mind. I like to assess myself, like I'm judging my own life. Kojiro, 34. Not much more to me than my name. Done a lot of things, lots of things I regret. A lot of things I don't. I'm happy overall, in a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job, small group of friends, couple of hobbies. Enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, passions. And fears. Who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. I speak a little French, a lot of Japanese. English, not so much. Dad always told me girls like multilingual guys. Haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I was in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, deep. Like me. She doesn't get me though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. That's probably enough self-reflection for today. I get caught up sometimes, easy to slip too far inside my mind. Got things to do today, deliveries to make. The boss is cracking the whip. I've already eaten breakfast. That's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee though. Should have time to stop by the cafe. I grab my keys, phone, wallet, and a book for the train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny in my school days. Not so funny anymore, but it's stuck with me. I find it hard to break habits. I leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. What? Kojiro? Probably not, but a possibility. What do you mean? What? My mind always thinks of such things, always prepared for the worst. All right, buddy, don't freak me out like that, man. Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. The platform is quiet today, must have beaten the rush. Going straight to the factory today, that blonde girl will drive from there. Tomoe? Always on the tip of my tongue. I like the factory, spent a lot of time there with Dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now, colder, reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though, not since Noriko made it her home. She calls it the corpse factory. Not a fan of the name, I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me, now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there, sometimes I picture him working anyway. I know he's not really there, just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. Hope he's proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in an HRP. I take the trolley and steer it toward our van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Noriko is not hiding within.
Okay.
I hoist the first cadaver off the trolley and load it in the van. The second one follows, then the third. I wipe a trickle of sweat from my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat. Maybe later. One more cadaver on the trolley. Into the van it
You're
goes.
pretty quick at this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me.
Kojiro has a crush.
Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Aw. Tomoe.
Might be right.
I look straight at the girl, not the type I'd normally associate with. Girls like her usually think I'm a freak, or not normal. Either or. But we've gotten to know each other a little. Wouldn't call her a friend yet.
Why do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this shit freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Aw, Tomoe.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild, but I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither. Never did.
Kojiro.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad shit I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it. Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but just been thinking lately, that's all. But between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
Good. I'm glad Noriko is paying them.
You're getting paid?
Oh shit, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting paid.
I hope Kojiro's getting paid.
That would have been awkward.
The girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The roller door at the loading dock is wide open.
Bring the trolley?
Okay.
She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Oh my gosh. Look at all the corpses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's about 30 corpses that I can see in this photo. Good lord. The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn out thing. Frayed fabric, torn edges. Lying on top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams.
What time is it?
Time to get up.
Come on.
Got work to do.
How many deliveries today?
Ask the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
This is my home now.
Noriko.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Noriko.
My place smells terrible, like rotting flesh.
Noriko. Oh, honey. Girl, you gotta start taking better care of yourself. Are we not gonna address the mental breakdown from last month, or has it just gotten worse mentally?
I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gesture toward the racks of cadavers that filled the factory. We acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days. But sometimes we forget. And it's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench can make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different.
Noriko.
It's nice.
Okay. You probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. It's all for Noriko. Couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worthy. Oh, Kojiro. This is the only way I can think of to earn her love. Kojiro, I hate to break it to you, but I've spent 10 hours inside of this girl's mind. I don't think she's gonna love you, honey. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself. But that was a lie, all of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work at a morgue. I've been stealing them for years. Oh. What? Just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her, a heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago. That day she moved into her apartment. What? What? Kojiro? I've kept close by ever since. What do you mean? I must have her. Noriko's only known Kojiro for a couple months. I will have her. Kojiro! How do you... What? I'll do anything for Noriko. Okay, so Kojiro's known Noriko for over a year. Great. Physical labor always makes me hungry. A normal human trait, I would assume. I take a seat at the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is Fa's Photography. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. When I flip open the cover, I'm reminded of why I started coming here. I once saw Noriko at this very same restaurant. She was eating omurice and reading Strange Flower. Kojiro, you've been stalking Noriko, honey. Is anyone in this game healthy? Mentally? Ugh, I'm 10 hours in. I know the answer. Why am I... We know they're not. We're here for it anyway. I'm hooked. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls, if I recall correctly. But she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned then that she's a girl that would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard not to fall for someone in love with educating herself. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add it to the list of places I can't visit anymore. Kojiro, you could just pay the fine, honey. My meal arrives. Ami rice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume that this is Noriko's favorite. Funnily enough, it was my dad's favorite too. I devour the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can't see who sits down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to their rightful place.
Kojimbo, right?
Kojimbo. This is Aoi's new boyfriend. I already forgot his name, but he clearly doesn't remember Kojiro's name. Kojimbo is hilarious.
Kojiro,
I don't think so.
trust me.
I don't like Aoi's boyfriend. He just seems like a prick, especially when he's like, oh, you're telling me your name? No, false. I don't think so. You're correct. No.
You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
Junpei. I don't like Junpei. The rotund stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the gesture.
Can I help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up? What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while. Let's talk about Corpse Girl.
The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah? I seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
Oh my gosh.
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
Junpei, what the hell?
What do you want?
What the hell?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
The foul man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the factory. Ew.
I want to know how you guys do it.
Ew.
How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
What? I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted her sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Alright, so Kojiro does know. Ever since then, a new string of deaths have raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Deaths not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Noriko's requests. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city, people whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation, as long as they kept their hands off her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. Everyone, do you think Junpei, or whatever his name is, the copycat? Do you think he is? Because, pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. Do you think Aoi is the copycat? Oh my gosh. There's so many twists and turns. Oh my gosh. Let me know your theories down below in the comments before we go further. Oh my gosh. He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows that there are 2 separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone. Here, check this shit.
The human removal service. The guy shows me his phone. There's a web page on the screen. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill the name and address of human being you would like removed. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
The Human Removal Service.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. We remove unwanted human beings. Following that text is a form to be filled out, just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They are running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victim details and then somehow carrying out killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan. Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler, more profesh, you know?
The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is involved with the copycat and this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am. But what's his end game?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly, the human removal service. I bookmark the site, then scroll down to fill in the name field.
Was it Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto. The next field requests an address.
Where do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
You know what he's doing, Junpei.
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer will target an accomplice.
Of course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Well, Junpei just revealed it. Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Frickin' weirdo.
His face has contorted into a foul grimace, like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Oh, what if Aoi is part of the human removal service? Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the human removal service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if he figured out what I figured out. Don't care. I need to tell Noriko. July 31st, Friday morning. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Oh, Noriko. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. How I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs. I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold out my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaw drops ever so slightly and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims. But there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
Noriko, do you remember that this is Aoi's boyfriend, honey? Maybe you could put two and two together that your best friend might be the lead of this, honey.
No, I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable. Something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me. He may very well know Noriko.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Noriko, honey.
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time in bringing up his noise profile.
Oh, shit!
Yep, here over at her phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend!
Yep,
Aoi, your friend.
yep. Aoi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about. The cute and shy one. The one I followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's. Needed some tips. She dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know. I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while. Wait, I wonder.
What?
Never mind. I need to think some things over.
Girl, don't shove that feeling down, Noriko. I guarantee it. I guarantee they're the copycats.
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stab Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
I get it. Kill two birds with one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim and have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
And we're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl. But we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50%, and it has been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave in to fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life, they call the police, have the corpse removed, they go on with life.
We haven't been doing so well lately. But the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions?
I mean, that's what you did with your boss that you killed. It worked for her.
And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway? It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true. I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Then, dispose of him.
Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside me. I won't let her down. She has given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
On it.
Good luck, Kojiro. And be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before a smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. Quite a bit of time has passed since he went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on, he should have come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of this alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting. But he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing him. Whole thing could be a ruse. He might have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit. Front only. Could he have climbed out a window? Doubt it. Big guy. Not very fit. Even if he'd attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often. His favorite place. Likely where he met Aoi. She still works here according to Noriko. What does Aoi see in him? What does Noriko see in Aoi, for that matter? The girl is boring. Cute, sure, but no outward personality. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar.
Ah.
There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading toward the station. Easy. Here it goes. Can't believe this guy traveled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why does he travel so far just to visit a maid cafe? Oh, Kojiro, be careful. He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above this little tomb? Kojiro. No one else around. Kojiro!
Hey, is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Kojimbo? I love that. I love that. I hate Junpei, but I love that he calls Kojiro Kojimbo.
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I straight up to him and pressed my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close, it's easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head higher than him despite his bulky build. I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fistfight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
Oh, the music.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. The disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap oh my god! I snap 2 of his fingers.
Holy fuck!
The knuckles with his blubber. Oh no. Oh, trigger warning. The knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I savor the sensation of shattered bone grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Kojiro. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist in the face? My freaking fingers!
Yeah, Junpei. Ooh.
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow. He's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his legs flail limply. Completely off balance, he falls and lands on his rear. I move toward him and stand over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me! This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience. Have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko will think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles. His feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural, beastly growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down, figuratively nor literally. I kick him in the ribs, and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again, and again, and again. 1 to 3 of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation, like kicking in the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just moments ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment's silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks. But a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Our Herald. He carries out all the killings personally.
Oh. I frown, and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Your herald.
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
He's a visionary. A prophet. And he's immortal.
I doubt that, Junpei.
He's more powerful than Corpse Girl ever was. Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to Corpse Girls. Send a corpse photo to a victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. That was what Noriko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt my neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension in my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of our problem.
Junpei!
Oh no! A girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Oh, the drama! Oh, the drama! Aoi Sato, Noriko's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto.
Sauce.
Oh my god. I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Aoi will never link this assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2.
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Aoi got hurt, Noriko would never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
Later.
Turn on my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to her wounded dog. August 1st, Saturday morning. When I was with Shizuku, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She bought me a handheld grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. But Shizuku never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palatable. She died, and I threw the French press in the trash. Oh, Kojiro. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe. More specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was callous of me to discard the gift that Shizuku gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something that symbolized what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Kojiro, maybe you should have gone to therapy too. Everyone in this freaking game needs therapy, okay? Okay. Noriko reminds me of Shizuku in some ways, in other ways they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of the piping hot brew fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to my next destination. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. They always carry works by my favorite authors, but the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuku. I wish someone would ask. Just once. It would be nice to know someone cares, even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuku. No one knows she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I've never heard of. It will do for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring, drivel, I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven. But it's my birthday, and Shizuku isn't here to get me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko. I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35. Fuck. Where do the years go? Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I met Noriko. Technically, I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I asked her some trivial questions, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. What? It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. Oh. So this is where he lived with his ex-girlfriend that died? And Noriko lives there now? I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. I returned to collect a few last things. A couple of blankets in the closet, a broom, a dustpan, a few knuckle bones, the usual stuff. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen in my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. And she looked like Shizuku. She looked so much like Shizuku. Kojiro, did you kill Shizuku? Is that why the apartment smells like rotting flesh? She shook hands with the landlord. She said her name aloud, Noriko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making the place her home. My place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Zaz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but didn't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. Kojiro, why does the apartment smell? Did you murder your ex-girlfriend? The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become a little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. And she's still gorgeous, still takes my breath away, just like Shizuku once did. But she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally, Tomoe will go and fetch the things she needs, clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point, I got delegated to selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also, Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos, and it's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favorite work, it's tedious, and I don't have the eye for detail that she does. But I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. I didn't realize I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Zaz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning.
It's his birthday. He could have communicated that.
My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for weeks. Didn't think taking this morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently I rubbed her the wrong way. But juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shizuku's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory, anyway. I drain the remnants of my coffee cup. After returning the unread book to the shelf, I leave the library.
I'm home.
I close the front door behind me. My place is always dark. The tiniest sliver of sunlight filters in from a gap between the closed curtains. I like it this way. I spend countless nights underneath the unholy lights of the morgue. That fluorescent glow messes with my eyes. So I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is small, smaller than my last apartment at any rate, Noriko's apartment. A tiny living space, one bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful, a half-sized tub with a shower head above it, a toilet, no sink. I need to use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. But it's home. Moving here after deciding to leave my old place was the change I needed after Shizuku died. I threw away so much of my life from back then. I'm almost a completely different person now. Almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms. The parts of me people find weird or off-putting. Can't help it. That's just how I am. All those quirky attributes that Shizuku couldn't stand. They're still with me. She's gone, and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday. What a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shizuku a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because of my birthday, because this day reminds me of that damn French press that she bought for me. But it's gone now, and she's gone. All that remains is me. That's the way it's always been, probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying in and relaxing. I shuffle toward the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look at my clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the one I keep on display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days, like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on a white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hate the color white. It serves no purpose. Despite its useless color, the mannequin holding the coat does serve a purpose that carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin isn't the most fitting word for it, but it will do. Is it a corpse? As I grab my coat, the sleeve catches on the mannequin's fingers. I tug at it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb.
Later.
It's definitely a corpse. Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore, not when that face stares back at me from within the cabinet. Is it your ex-girlfriend? Nothing to do about it. What? Kojiro, what the hell?
Happy birthday!
Well, on that note of Kojiro probably keeping a dead body in his apartment, we will pick it up in the next episode of Corpse Factory. Thank you so much for being here today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and watch a couple of the videos here on the screen. It means more than you truly will ever know. And you can call me Phoebes or Phoebe, and I will see you in the next episode of Corpse Factory now that things are getting real juicy. Bye!